for the record, we have Maria Soto's on the phone, John Zimmerman, and Andrea Nico. If you have the
Open public
if you
meeting.
don't mind running the show, Aaron?
Absolutely. All right. We will call this monthly meeting of the New Brunswick Parking Authority to order. Please be advised that the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been complied with and satisfied, and that the annual notice, which gave sufficient notice of the time, place, and conduct of all public meetings of the New Brunswick Parking Authority, has been posted on the authority's website, has been filed with the city clerk, has been placed on an appropriate bulletin board in the lobby of City Hall, New Brunswick, New Jersey, and has been transmitted to the official newspaper of the city of New Brunswick, namely the Central New Jersey Home News Tribune, as per the annual notice provided for in a resolution adopted by this governing body on December 29th, 1975. We have the minutes from March 2025, and then the minutes from the May 2025 special meeting.
The minutes from the special meeting minutes cannot be approved. It's not all the participants are here. So we're going to have to hold that till the next meeting.
Can we approve the minutes for the March 2025 meeting? I need to move her in a second.
Sure.
I make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The minutes from the March regular board meeting are hereby adopted, and the minutes from the May 25 special.
Maria, did you approve the minutes? I didn't hear.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Approved.
Thank you.
And then we'll hold the special meeting minutes until the next meeting.
Yep.
Moving on to the executive director's report.
Told you not to rush. Thank you. Just updates. We have the 2025 restoration project. The work has begun here at the Gateway Garage. One of the challenges is we'll be putting new traffic coding down at the exit turn on the very first level. So this will require the work to be done overnight, because traffic will have to be redirected within the garage, since cars exiting won't be able to drive over that section. We've done this in the past, I don't know, basically about, I guess about 6-7 years ago, and worked out well. Didn't have any problems. Regarding EV charging stations, I had mentioned at a previous meeting that we received a grant from the state, as well as PSE&G has a program which reimburses for the electrical work that is done installing the EV stations. But I'm looking into possibly outsourcing the EV stations. I found a company, a vendor called GreenSpot, that they actually install. They own the EV stations, they install them, operate them, and they maintain the stations, as well as set up the rates and the payment options for the use of the stations. And then there would be a revenue share agreement in place with them. Again, I'm researching this arrangement. I think it would be advantageous to the parking authority, because, versus us owning and maintaining the equipment. They would own it, they would take care of it, they would pay the electric, and so it's another option. And into investigating the company, they're currently doing business in Edison, Jersey City, Trenton, good old Tenafly, Milford, Long Branch, and Asbury Park. So I'll keep you abreast of that. Over at Lower Church Street deck, we have the installation of the new equipment that's going to occur, or scheduled to occur, on Monday, June 2nd. We'll have extra staff on the site to assist patrons entering and exiting the garage. Parking demand at this garage tends to be light, especially on Mondays, and we show that on a normal Monday, a typical Monday, the garage only reaches half capacity, so it shouldn't be too bad of an event as far as putting in new equipment on that day. Pay by phone, as I previously mentioned in past meetings, the use of pay by phone apps has become a preferred method of paying for customers paying for on-street parking. With that being the case, I'm looking into offering a second pay-by-phone app that can be used on street and within our garages. I feel an additional mobile app would offer our customers more flexibility and convenience when parking in New Brunswick. Again, I'll keep you informed of that. And then finally, we signed a power purchase agreement 15 years ago, which is coming to an end. The current agreement, we actually have a power purchase agreement at 2 garages. One is the Plum Street Garage, which expires July 14th of this year. And the other is the New Street Garage, which expires December 3rd of this year. So we're going to go out to bid to try to secure another power purchase agreement. And my understanding is once the current power purchase agreement ends, the current supplier will remove the solar panels from both these garages. And that's all I got.
All right, moving on to committee reports. Finance?
The April financial statement was emailed. We had the auditors do the field work for 2024 audit, and hope they're waiting for the state reports, and probably it'll take about 2 months to wrap that up.
Brilliant. Thank you. Legal seems sort of self-serving to ask myself the question, but I have nothing. Public comment?
Yes, please.
Seeing none? No, I'm just kidding.
Good afternoon, good evening. Charlie Cradaville, New Brunswick Today. A few of the typical questions I wanted to ask for the total debt of the authority.
187.
187 million. Okay. I already got a response last week about the supermarket space, but I just wanted to, provide some opinion that I think, at this time, after so many years, I think it might make sense to work with local, county government and or nonprofits to find something productive in that space. A place where kids can go and work on their homework, or a place where people can get health care or any of their other needs met. Supermarket was great if you could make it work, but it's obviously not working, and I think that there are productive uses that the authority could achieve in that space, but you have to work with the right partners. And I don't have any great leads for you, but I know there are many nonprofits in New Brunswick and the greater New Brunswick area that might have a good idea and might even be able to chip in to make it possible. I did want to ask about a couple other things, and one of them I brought up at the last meeting. This is the ticket. If you don't mind, take one, pass it down. So this is the form to dismiss the ticket. It's got 2 signatures on it. I'm pretty sure I know who was the top signature, but I just need to find out who signed on that second signature line, the signature of police chief or supervisor. Don't expect you to know right now off the top of your head who's.
I'll find out.
But if you can,
I'll make that out.
I do need that answer, but
Okay.
I'll follow up. And then I guess I wanted to follow up again on the JIF. So there's the old JIF, the Middlesex County Municipal JIF, that's tied up in litigation and sort of an uncertain future. The authority left that JIF to join the Mid-Jersey JIF, and I just wanted to ask how that new JIF is working out, if there's any differences you've noticed or any impacts for the authority of the switch.
It's working out so far so good. They offer a lot of training courses for staff, which we like. They brought on the EAP for us. That's the Employee Assistance Program. If someone's having personal problems, be it, at home, and it also covers family members as well. So it's
great.
It's a place, people to go who are having issues. So, so far so good.
Wonderful.
That's where we're at with that.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask if the executive director, if you're aware of any plans for additional structured parking in New Brunswick. Is there anything, for instance, planned for the parking lot that the authority owns by the old engineering building?
We, well, currently, it's in the thought process. You know, nothing's definite at this point, but, you know, we know it's available since we do own it. So we're looking at our, you know, future demand, and that would definitely be in play if it was decided to build something.
Okay, so nothing's been decided, but it's
Right.
being, you know, discussed.
Yeah, I mean-
Is it, I guess who's discussing? Are there any vendors involved, any parking consultants, or
It's
this is
basically
just?
internally,
Okay,
you know.
Discussion might be a strong word there.
got it. Okay, well, you know, I do think that piece of property is very important. There's a lot of good things that could be done there, you know.
Yeah.
Parking garage would not be my first choice, but it's good to know what's being talked about, and appreciate you sharing what you can about that. The only other item I just wanted to suggest, I know I brought it up before, but having the meetings be hybrid meetings where people could, like some other towns have, the opportunity to chime in remotely. I know we only have a quorum today because Commissioner was allowed to access the meeting remotely. I think the public deserves the same level of access to be able to join these meetings remotely. The technology exists, there's no good reason not to, so I would just ask, of the 3 board members here, do any of y'all object to having the meetings be remote access?
They can discuss that internally, but I don't think that's
I-
something they're prepared to respond to.
I didn't hear an objection, so I hope that you'll proceed with, you know, a motion to have those meetings the rest of the year be hybrid meetings. It's not hard, it can be done, and it's actually good for everybody, so.
Certainly take the comment under advisement.
Thank you, and then you could record the meetings as well easily, and, you know, I don't necessarily have to come here and bring a camera. But thank you for hearing me out.
Seeing no other members of the public, we'll move on to board discussion. Seeing no comments, we'll move to resolutions. We have 2 resolutions today. One is a payment resolution for May 2025, and the second resolution is a resolution to amend the adopted budget. Do we have any questions, comments, anything?
No. I'll make a motion for the payment resolution.
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And we need a resolution to amend the adopted budget.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. Maria seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
The motion carries. Old business, new business?
No,
All right.
no closed session either.
No, nothing open session, so we just need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.